welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you're watching me for the very first time, my name is Ann Moses, and today I choose to talk about a special needs child. I have one, I do have one, and I know someone out there watching me, maybe you right watching me, you have a special needs child. You know, you don't call them deformed. Today you are going to learn how to call them. They are special as you are special, because God has given them to you and I, because we are special people and we can handle them. So today I decide to look. I've been living my life. I've been living with my daughter who came special. I can tell you, I most times don't even think of her, but this is her field. She's a master in it. She is a coach in it. And it just dawned on me, I decided to just have some talks with her on how to care for the child. This is my problem, this is what I'm facing. And she started talking to me and I was shocked. And I decided to bring her to the studio today. And right here with me is Mrs. Ijeoma Igwesi.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ann. I am here because, in fact, it's a great pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much, with all pleasure. I'm happy to have you here on this studio today. I'm sure someone is excited and someone is really warming up and getting ready to listen to her. I'm sure you're going to get a lot and lot. These few seconds we are going to talk, just get seated. If you have not gotten your seat, just get seated and listen to her. She told me a lot of things, and you know, you have to find a way of having a relationship with these children, because if you begin to think about the problems, the stress you have gone through, you have been through from pregnancy to now, I don't know how old is your child, but my own child is about 8 years now, and I've been through it, and it's not, it's a rough one. So trying to have a relationship with these children, because you have to build a special relationship for them. They must have a place in your heart, and you must make sure they have a place for you in their lives. And the only way to do it, Mrs. Ijeoma is here to tell us, with some few seconds, she's going to tell us how to go about it today. Mrs. Ijeoma, welcome back to the channel.
Thank you very much.
Who is a specially needs child?
Well, a child that has special needs. I'm very careful to use that word, special needs, because I hate children that have special needs being called deformed child, a deformed child, a disabled child, a handicapped child. No. God never made them to be disabled. And if you say that child is deformed, it means God made a mistake.
Wow.
But you and I know that God does not make mistakes. So a child that has special needs is a child either physically or mentally or emotionally has something that you call a problem. Let me give an example. Maybe a child that is impaired in speech, a child that cannot walk very well, a child that has an eyesight problem, a child that is a sickler, or has any other kind of genetic disorder. We call them children with special needs. I don't like that word deformed. They ain't deformed, and they are not, like a handicapped in any way. Children that need special attention, that's what they are.
Okay. So did you listen to that? They are just children that need special attention.
Yeah.
They are not deformed. They are not, there's just no any other thing. They are not handicapped, they are not deformed, they are just special, and they need special care from parents. Yeah. And from time to time, how do you, as a parent, because I've been in it, I've been through it, and I don't know, is there any special way you want parents, or you can advise us parents to children like that at home? Sometimes it can be so disturbing. There are things you don't want them to do. Those are the things they do. When you have time you want to have time for yourself, maybe your job, your business or something. Maybe have your quiet time. That is when they need you. They come up with things. They begin to have crises or something. How do you manage them through times like that? And how do you find joy doing it? Because if you are in it as a parent and you have to do it.
I like this last question, and I'm going to start from there.
Okay.
How do you find joy taking care of a child with special needs?
Okay.
Because if you don't have that joy, you keep seeing yourself as someone, loaded with a heavy burden. You can never do it well. If you don't have that joy, you keep seeing that child as a problem. There is that feeling of, oh, why me? Why me? Why is my own like this?
Exactly.
If you don't get rid of that, You cannot take care of a child with special needs. So I like
Wow.
that. To have that joy, one understand your child is a child with special needs and you are a special parent.
Wow.
God knows that you can take care of that child. God has given you something, resources, mentally, it could be financially, it could be emotionally,
Wow.
but there are some things God has prepared you with that position you to be the recipient of that child. It's a special package from God. So, to take care of that child, look inwards. What is it that is a me that God sees as special, that made him give me this child? That's one. Two, get rid of self-pity.
Wow.
Don't pity yourself. Oh, poor me. Imagine other women see their children. Get rid of that. See yourself as someone that is equipped and prepared for special assignments.
Wow.
Get rid of self-pity. The Bible says that every good and perfect gift comes from God.
From God. Yeah, exactly.
That child is a special gift from God.
Wow.
It may be true, burdensome. There are times, like you say, when you want to have your quiet time, you want to attend to your business, and then the child starts having crisis. God knows that child is going to have crisis then. Have a large heart. Practical things you can do. One, understudy the kind of need a child has.
Wow.
The need a child who is a secular has is not the need a child who is epileptic has.
That's true.
Understudy the kind of challenge the child has. Meet experts. Don't assume you can do it all.
Okay.
And handle the child based on recommendations from experts.
Oh, wow.
That's where you help the child.
Excellent.
No matter the condition a child is in, with the right experts working on them, that child can fulfill destiny.
Wow.
Every child is a great destiny.
Wow.
So have the right kind of mindset, remove self-pity, understudy the situation of the child, meet experts in the field, follow their recommendations, then don't ever make that child feel unwanted.
Wow.
Either by your
Because-
word or by your actions.
That's
Don't ever make that child
Wow.
feel unwanted.
Wow.
If you feel like crying as a mother, as a father,
Mm.
get inside your room, hide there and cry. Then come back and smile
Ooh.
and hold the child, embrace him. Above all, pray. Ask God for more grace. It requires grace,
Ooh.
but God is able to give us that grace.
Amen. Amen. You see, that takes me to there's a question I actually wanted to ask her. I wanted to ask a question. How do you manage yourself to make this child not to feel? Sometimes you're angry. Like for me, for instance, sometimes I'm angry and bitter. I don't even want to be around the child. Sometimes it's not like it's too bad, but sometimes I don't even want to have her around me. I just want to be on my own. And sometimes I don't know how to avoid making her feel I am angry. I make her feel I'm angry because she notices I'm angry, and sometimes she asks me, "Mommy, are you angry? Mommy, are you tired?" And so what she just said, just like it's like an eye opener, and she just made me realize, okay, fine, I'm not supposed to make this child feel she's not welcome, unwanted.
Yes.
I am supposed to make her feel uncomfortable, even more comfortable than any other child in the house, if possible. And I'm not supposed to show her I am tearing. I'm supposed to go back to my room. If there's anything that is going to make me to tear or to cry or whatever, I'm supposed to go back to my room to. But that really is pretty difficult because sometimes I cry. But right here, she's seated here, and because she's a coach in it, she understands it, and honestly, what she has just said, if you make these children feel bad, it can make you uncomfortable because I have seen times where I feel like crying, I just disappear, I just find myself into the room, I get into the room, I have my cry, I clean my tears, and I come out and I see her, and she's excited. But most times when she sees me cry in front of her, and I don't just feel like carrying her or take her around, she asks me, "Mommy, are you tired of me? Mommy, do you want to drop me somewhere?" And she asks this question. So for parents, you're listening to her today, I think when we have special needs children, we should find a way of, if possible, we should meet experts to tell us what to do. Meet experts, meet therapists. If possible, like she mentioned, take your child to the therapist. take advice on what to do, on how to treat these children and all that. And of course, she's seated here. I don't have to say too much. She is seated here. She's going to tell us all we need to grow with these children, because like I mentioned, you know, I talk relationship, and the relationship you have with your child today started from the one you started, I'm sure, from what you started years ago. The relationship you're having today or you're going to have tomorrow with your child starts from what you do. Because if you see this child as deformed, you don't care for this child, you don't give this child the necessary attention, it's going to speak for you in time to come. If you have not had time to advise this child on who to mix with at school, at secondary school, things to do, it will definitely affect you. Because if you see this child as specially, she's deformed or she's this child is not going to go anywhere, and you refuse to build that relationship with that child, there is something that will come back to you. So she's seated right here. She's going to tell us all we need to do with these specially needs children. So Ma, if you have more to tell us on this, I think we'll appreciate, because I know because of our time, just throw more light on things. And from time to time, she's going to be coming to the studio. We're going to be having time to talk, because they are our children, we are building them. From stage 1 to any stage, you need to have a relationship with them. And that has to do with your heart. That has to do with your tolerance. That has to do with your preparation to accept them the way they come. So she's seated here. Please, Ma, go ahead. The floor is here.
I think you have said it all. Because within the little time we have, what you have said so far is enough. One, understand they are not burdens to carry.
Okay.
They are gifts from God.
They are not burdens.
Understand again that it's not the making of the child.
Oh, wow.
Whatever the child is going through is not their making.
It's not their making.
And they are not enjoying it.
They are not.
So bring in emotional intelligence. Every parent must be an expert in emotional intelligence. I'm a parenting coach, and I will tell you that.
Yeah.
Every parent must be an expert in emotional intelligence.
Okay.
Place yourself in the shoes of the child.
Okay.
How would you like to be treated?
Okay.
Place yourself again. Imagine your mates, your colleagues, your peers, the way they are, and you're like, how would you like to be treated?
How would you like
Treat
to be
the child
treated?
that way.
Treat the
It's
child.
not the fault of the child,
Yeah.
and the child is not a burden. Ask God for grace. Ask experts.
Exactly.
And remember, no matter how busy you are, parenting is not an important job. It is the most important
job. Parenting
So you
is
give
not
it
an
your best.
important job. It is the most important job. Get that as a parent. And if you have not had children around, you just know you're going to be a parent. And if you don't even intend to have children, know that you have cousins,
Yeah.
you have sisters, you have brothers, you have neighbors. So long as a child is walking around, you have an obligation to take care of that child with your little advice, with whatever you can do as a human being. Thank you. And make sure you subscribe to her YouTube channel. She has them in series. She has parenting. Anything parenting you need. As a parent, you need every week or every day, you need a lesson. And they are so short messages that within 3 seconds, within 2 minutes, you can pick a message for your children, for the family. Please go visit her. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button when you get there. And as time goes on, she's going to be coming to the studio from time to time to have time with us like this, because if we are planning to change our environment, if we are planning to change our world, it starts from parenting. My little nephew who just graduated today, and he called me, he said, Mommy, when they were shooting yesterday and this morning while we were rounding up our papers in the university, I remember my mom's voice, and he called me, he said, Mommy, you're a great woman. I remember what you told me.
What a great testimony.
Yes, he called me, he said, Mommy, you're a great woman. I saw shootings, they were shooting and people were lying down from yesterday, and this is our last paper, and they knew these guys are graduating, and they started shooting from yesterday till this morning when the class were writing and people were shooting, people were running. A lot of people did not come to school. A lot of people did not graduate with me. I graduated, I went there, you told me you're going with Jesus, and make sure you come with Jesus. What I am giving you, the voice I am giving you, make sure you remember. If you remain a good child, you won't see anything that will drag you back. Whatever you're going to do, you will do it, and you will do it well. And I told him, I said, son, as you're going, make sure you don't hurt no man. Make sure you live your life for Christ. And when you're coming out, you will be fine. And today, this morning, he called me. I was excited. I was so excited. So parents, just remember, you have a job to do to make your world a better place. God bless you, and thanks for stopping by. And until we come your way again,
God bless you. Remember, parenting is the most important job. And that your child that has special needs is not a problem, it's not deformed, it's a special package from God to you. God bless you.
God bless you. And bye from here.
Thank you.